Well, guys, I wasn't going to film today because I was really enjoying listening to some Ice Cube here, but decided, yeah, I'm going to turn on my camera and we're going to install these new batteries I got. They're going to go in my battery cupboard right there. So I got two shelves, one on the bottom, one on the top. I've already pre-measured them, so they are going to fit. Why is it every time I turn on the camera, these crows always think that, yo, this is our vlog? No, it's not, it's mine. All right, you guys, so the batteries I picked up, I got them from a place on Vancouver Island here called We Go Solar. And these are Stark Energy 125 amp hour AGM batteries. And the downside to running like an AGM or a lead acid or anything like that is if you ever want to upgrade your battery. So right now I have one, but I really want two because my power needs is starting to increase. The problem is you can't add a second battery because if that other battery is half dead, then when you plug it and connect it to this one, they're only going to be as good as the weaker battery. So anyway, these were super cheap. They were like 260 bucks a piece. So yeah, we're not going to get into the techie stuff because... All right, boys, when it comes to hooking up, yes, I said boys, you girls always do the smart thing, like looking it up online and finding out the instructions. Boys, on the other hand, well, we're boys. We're like, oh, we know this. So don't be afraid to go online, press play on a video and see if you're gonna do it right before you actually do it wrong.
So when we're hooking something up in parallel, we're pretty much going positive to positive and negative to negative.
There you go. That's all I really wanted to know. All right, so these batteries came with a washer and a bolt. And the guy from the place actually made me up some 4-gauge connector wire. So we're gonna wire the bottom one first before we slide it into the bottom shelf. I sound like I know what I'm doing, but I honestly don't. Do not, disclaimer, do not take electrical advice from me. Call a professional. See, I can't even get a bolt in the hole. Told you guys.
Yes.
Columbia, this is Houston. One small step for my man. Giant leap for mankind.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape up this side of it because I don't trust myself feeding this positive end through and not having it arc against something. So just trying to protect my van and the battery. All right, guys, let's stuff this in that hole. In here is where it gets a little bit confusing. So we have multiple little things going out of the positive and also the negative. So Ray Outfitted was the one that did my solar setup. So I don't even know where any of these cables are going. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna unhook them piece by piece and just connect them to the new battery. And we'll hope for the best. Hey, Rainer, if I wreck things, I'm sorry, bro. Top battery is up in here and it's just a bit of a longer bolt, so I have every ground that goes to everything on that bolt. I do have one more to put in there, and that's the one from the battery just below this one. But yeah, pretty straightforward. This bottom battery fits in the bottom hole. Boom, we're in there. Okay, now to connect the positive. This is where the fire starts. Cue that music. The roof is on fire. I'm gonna tighten this one down. I'm sweating over here, guys. Sorry, it was a little quiet doing this one, but when it comes to doing electrical stuff, I just wanted to make sure it was done right. I even went online again and double checked that it was positive to positive, negative to negative. And we officially have 2 brand new batteries hooked up. The guy from the battery place gave me some extra long bolts here just in case we had more stuff to connect to here, and I'm glad he did because the shorter ones that came with the battery would not have worked on the top here. But I'm going to strap everything down here. It all looks good, nice and secure. The only thing we got to do now is to bracket these in here. For this one here, we'll just get bracketed back down to the bottom, and I'll do the same there, and we're good to go. Good. All right, guys, so I just ran a zap strap around here. Probably not going to cut the end of it off. I'll just tuck it underneath here. It's good enough for now. All this stuff's out of sight. You're not going to be able to see it anyway. Everything looks good. All my lighting and stuff works. Roof fan. We need to clean that screen. Roof fan works. Let's check everything on my solar charge controller. Yeah, man, everything's good. Sweet. All right, guys, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But always take your time when it comes to those things, especially if you don't know. But it was pretty simple, just positive to positive, negative to negative, and then positive and negative out to your entire system. Pretty stoked though. It's going to be nice not to see this voltage on here drop so damn low. This battery I originally bought from Canadian Tire. I bought it because it was super cheap, but it would have been better for me just to do a little research at the time and buy a solar one, like one from a proper solar place. Because believe it or not, guys, this one here is a lead acid battery. It's not a sealed AGM. So we all know when it comes to lead acid, if it gets overcharged, it can actually off gas. So I'm kind of excited to be able to get this one out of my van. But yeah, if you look underneath this little thing here, you'll see all the water compartments. So yeah. But much like everybody else who starts their van life, you always buy what you can afford at the time. So at the time, it was just a cheaper lead acid for me. So I am glad now that the van is a lot more safer and has twice the power. Oh, man. It's hard to do jobs like this when the weather is so warm outside. This is like a sit by the water and drink beer kind of day. Whew. To take off the sweater and put on something a little lighter because, well, it's a smoking hot one out here today. Mr. CRUZ is outside enjoying a little bit of sunshine. Hey, Mr. CRUZ. How's your day, buddy? I clearly borrowed the driveway at Roxanne's place today, and I seriously thought I was going to be able to make an entire video of me installing those batteries and all the technical stuff associated with it. But I couldn't prop my camera up to film inside of that little thing, and I didn't know really what else to say, because ideally it was literally connecting the battery positive to positive, negative to negative, and then hooking all the positive and negatives to the top. It was actually fairly simple and fairly easy. But if you guys are going to take on those projects, please go online, pull up schematic diagrams, or watch tons of YouTube videos, not my own, to learn how to do it on your own. It's been one of those days, guys, that it's been really hard to produce content. coming here and having the ability to unwind at her place is a beautiful thing. Access to a nice big patio. CRUZ is loving running around here, and she is spoiling the crap out of CRUZ, by the way, buying him treats and toys, and she just about wanted to go out today and buy him a little kiddie pool so he could relax in today. But we're only here for the day today, and then we're going to be bouncing out because in the next couple of days we're going to be building my ladder on the outside of my van, and I'm super stoked for that. I need to go enjoy this. I think Roxanne went out to get some pizza. Fat boy needs some food. See you guys in the morning. Who's up, buddy? Hey, who's here? Hey, who's here, buddy? Who's here?